Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about lists. Lists are commonly, something similar to a list is also an array, but Python doesn't have arrays, it just uses lists. So we're going to be talking about lists. As you can see here, I've got a list variable, so this could be anything, it could just be called variable or numbers or something. And we've got a list, a list is basically a way of giving multiple values to one variable. So to make a list, as you can see, this is an integer list because we've only got integers in here. So as you can see, we've got these square brackets here. Now this is how you start a list in Python. You've got to have these square brackets. Then in between you have the first item of your list, so the first thing inside of it. Then you separate it with a comma, and then the second thing, comma, third, comma, fourth, etc. Until you go on as much as you want. We could say comma 10, comma 12, comma, whatever. I'm only going to go up to 8 though. And the way this actually works is each item's given an index. So the first item in the list has the index 0. That's quite confusing, just remember that. The second item has an index of 1, the third has an index of 2. So the index is always equal to the item number. So the number of how far into the list the number is. So this 4 is 2 items in, minus 1, which is equal to 1. 2 minus 1. Now, that's just something you got to remember, is that each item in the list, this index is minus 1. Now, if we said list variable equals 43, 25, 64, and 7, and I then said print list variable, and we then saved this and ran it, it would print the list. Now, what if you want to print just one specific item of the list? You would put in the square brackets after the name of the list variable. And in here, we're going to enter in the index, not the number, but the index of the number we're looking for. So we're looking for 25. So the index, so it's the second item in, minus 1, so the index is 1. Now, this should print 25. As you can see, it does. Alright, so now I'm going to print, I'm going to put 3. Now, what do you think this will print? Okay, if you said 7, you are correct. As you can see, it prints 7. If we put in 0, it's going to print 43. As you can see, 43. What if we printed 5? Now, as you can see, it only goes up to 3 indexes. We don't have a 4th or 5th index. So if we print 5, we get an error. List index out of range. It's quite a useful error. If we printed 4, we get the same error. And if we printed minus 1, it actually prints 7. And the reason for this is 3, and then what we're doing is we're looping back around to 7 when we go negative. So if we said minus 2, it'll be 64, as you can see. We could say minus 100, and it'll probably give us an error, yeah. As you can see, an error. I don't recommend going negative, it's not a very nice way of going about it. But that's really the basics you need to know of this. You can also make variables like this. You can make a string variable. So we've got hello. Let's say hello. Let's just put hello in different capitals and different spellings, like that, and then run this and it'll say hello. And you can also, I believe, you can have different data types in here. Now, this is only Python, I think you can do. You can't do this in many languages. Not many languages allow you to do this. There are types you can do, types of arrays and lists. But I think in Python it's quite straightforward. So let's have hello as the first item, 3 as the second item, 6.4, 7.4 as our third item. So we've got a float and integer. And then let's have true as our fourth item. And now let's print 1. You know what? We'll print all of these. We'll print index 1 after that, index 2, and then index 3. Now, what we're doing is we're actually printing a string, an integer, a float, and a boolean all in one list. So you can mix different types. This is also called a one-dimensional list, by the way. That's a bit more advanced, so I'm not going to go into 2-dimensional lists or 3-dimensional lists at the moment. But that would look something like this. That would be equal to that. It would look something like that, and we're not going to go into that today. That's quite complicated. That is something we won't do in this series. That's a bit more advanced. Okay, anyway, that's all I wanted to show you today. So thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a comment if you get stuck or anything. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, because over 80% of you lot are not subscribed. Join our Discord if you want faster help, because we're on there very often. The link is in description. We can help you quicker on Discord and more sufficiently as well, because we can then give screenshots and things. So thanks for watching, everyone. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever, and goodbye. Thank you.